right, what's going on, soccer parents? It's Bali with Soccer Parent Life checking in. Excited. I got two special guests here that I'm really excited to introduce you guys to. So let's go ahead and get started here. We got my boy Andrew over here on the right from No Football, No Life. And then we got a very special guest here. We got, let's see, make sure I say it right, Atsushi Endo, which you may recognize the last name. One of my favorite players. I don't know if you've told your girlfriend, June, that my family, whole family is actually quite big fans of hers. So it's an honor to meet her dad because Papa Endo, as I have named him.
Papa Endo.
Papa Endo. Yeah, nice to meet you. All right. So we have some questions here because we do want to pick his brain because obviously he raised what I consider one of the best soccer players in the world, in my opinion. I think she's a great player. And I'm not just saying that because I'm talking to the family. I really do like her that much. I think her game is just outstanding. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to go ahead and let's ask Atsushi first. So that we can go ahead and get him the star moment, right? So, do you have the questions in order? The way the
I do. I have them right here.
Cool. Because what we're doing is Atsushi, he speaks a little English, but he needs some help with some translating. So we had him kind of respond in Japanese, and then we translated it to the best of our abilities. So let's see, make sure that we go ahead and let me ask the question so that you know what the question is. The first question is, how was June introduced to the game of soccer?
Go ahead. Yeah, in Japanese. Yeah, Japanese.
Oh,
Hi.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
生まれた時に、もうすでにお姉ちゃんお兄ちゃんがサッカーやってたので、もうサッカーが身近にある環境で、必然的にサッカーを始めました。
Amazing. So the question was, how did June start playing soccer? The answer was, when she was born, she had older siblings who were playing soccer. So it was an environment where soccer was already part of the life. So naturally, she started playing soccer because of her brothers.
Shout out to brothers Endos.
Yeah.
we got to thank them, right?
Yeah, awesome. And then the older sister too. There's an older sister as well. So two older brothers and one older sister.
Oh, okay. So it's just a part of the family.
Yeah,
awesome.
Yeah.
All right.
And then she was born in 2000, and then the oldest one is, I think, 34 or 33. So you can see that obviously there's a 13, 9, and 7-year difference. So
wait, hold on. So you're telling me that I'm old enough to be Endo's dad, bro?
Technically, yeah, bro. Yeah.
Yeah, my oldest daughter is a 2000 baby. So I'm just like, I'm getting old.
Yeah. Yes, sir. I was gonna say there's no more hair because you shaved it off.
Well, it's falling off too, bro. So I help it. It's that point in my life. All right, the next question that we had for Papa Endo over here is the journey for kids is full of ups and downs. When she was down, what was your message to her?
はい。私は彼女がサッカー始めた時のチームのコーチでしたが、家では全くサッカーの話はしませんでした。まあサッカーで失敗したこともあるのはもちろんたくさんあったので、まあそんな時は家に帰ってきてから、やはり何も言わずに近くのバッティングセンターに連れて行って、スカーッとしてことがたくさんありました。
Amazing. So the question was asked already, and then the answer was, I was the coach of her team when she started playing soccer, but we never talked about soccer at home. On days when she had a bad day in soccer, I would come home and without saying a word, take her to a nearby batting center and feel great. So they wouldn't talk about soccer at all.
Wow.
They would go and just do something completely different, like go play baseball and go to like a batting cage and just go play baseball or go hit the ball.
That's
Because
awesome.
he already knew that she was like in a bad mood. So he would just take her to like a batting cage and just have her mind go somewhere else.
Just not
Which
even
is
talk about the game, not even address it, just move on.
just move on to the day. Like don't even talk
That's
about it
awesome.
at home. And I feel like that's a big thing that's mistaken from parents in the USA,
Mhm.
where they want to know what happened right away.
Yeah.
And obviously knowing from if you're watching the game that your daughter had or your son had a bad game, you wouldn't want to bring it up knowing that she already had a bad game. So, or he had a bad game. So I think it's really smart. It's a more of like a child development thing is the way I see it out here in Japan, where they just completely let you have a bad day and then go do something else, like to a batting cage. And she doesn't even play baseball.
That's awesome though. That's
Yeah.
a great answer. All right, so let's go ahead and move on to the next one here.
Question
All
number
right.
3.
Question 3 is looking back at her youth playing days, what is the one thing you wish you could have done better?
特にはありませんね。小学校時代はとにかくたくさんボールと触れ合うことに主眼を置いて、それを彼女は喜んで取り組んでいました。
So the answer was right here. It said, in translation, it said, nothing in particular. In elementary school, she focused on playing with the ball as much as possible and making sure that she enjoyed it. So
Perfect.
zero competition, just complete enjoyment.
Well, I think that that's a great answer because she's made it to the highest level, so he did a lot right. You know what I mean? He developed a great player, a great person, so I think that's a very fitting answer. All right, the next one here is what is a memory that stands out to you from her youth soccer days?
Number 4.
Oh.
Yeah, number 4 is
Excuse me.
notes. Number 4.
男の子ばかりのチームで小学校6年間プレーしていて、男には絶対負けたくないと燃えたぎってプレーしていたのが今でも鮮明に覚えています。
So the answer was number 4. Said, I played on all boys teams for 6 years in elementary school and still vividly remember playing with such passion that I didn't want to lose to the boys teams. So going back to the most memorable thing of her youth was her playing against boys the whole time. And
Oh, man.
the dad knew that he had to do that because she was going to get more aggressive and be more deliverable when she would play versus girls, because
Got
she
it.
was already boys, which is very rare to see in the USA, to be honest.
Yeah, that's a good answer. All right, and then the next one here. There's a lot to be proud of June, but what is the one thing that you are the most proud of with her?
Number 5.
Now, why?
はい。
まずはサッカーが大好きで、サッカーを自分の人生になくてはならないものにしてくれたことです。そして、そのサッカーを通して家族に大いなる喜びと幸せをもたらしてくれたことです。純の生き様は家族にとって大いなる誇りです。ありがとう、愛しき我が娘よ。
Amazing.
Yes.
Number 5. So she put, first of all, you love soccer so much that it became an indispensable part of your life. And secondly, you brought so much joy and happiness to your family through soccer. Your way of life is a source of great pride for your family. Thank you, my
Yes.
dear daughter.
Yes, let's go, Papa Endo. Let's go.
Yeah.
Vamos!
Yeah, that's a good answer. That's what's up. See, you know what I love is that he said that she makes the family proud. That's so deep, man, because it's not, it's not about like the person, it's about the family. So I think that's great for him to say that, and that's so Japanese. You know what I mean? That's what the Japanese culture is all about. It's about the family. So
Yeah.
that's awesome. So yeah, I mean, Those are great answers, man. I wish I would have had even more.
Hey, you do a part two, bro. When
Yeah, we
June
could
comes.
do it. Yeah, we could do a part two for sure, man. So let's continue on here, and then I did want to ask you some questions, Andrew, so we can include you in here. So I don't know if Atsushi wants to add to these answers. I don't know if he's going to understand what I'm saying, or if you want to like translate the questions in case he wants to add something because you have the questions.
Yeah.
So I'm going to ask you this on here is what is the difference you have noticed in the youth soccer scene in Japan versus the U.S.?
Well, obviously he hasn't been in the youth scene from the USA like how I have. From what I've seen, when I go to his trainings, um, it's kind of crazy because usually in the USA there's like 4 or 5 coaches when there's over a group of 50. The majority of times you have you break out the groups and then you actually have them go into different groups, which is great. I don't disagree with it, but you kind of lose the sense of the philosophy because there's more than one coach. And just last week we went for his Christmas training, and there was 55 kids, 55 boys, and there was one girl. And you can tell that that girl didn't feel uncomfortable being there, because there was a bunch of boys, but you can actually see that that girl was actually playing more aggressively. That girl was actually pushing more. That girl was actually, you know, she got hit in the face, and instead of crying, she just, wiped her face and kept playing. And it was really cool to see that because I mean, one thing too is the majority of parents drop their kids off and they can stay for the training sessions, but they have to be outside of the training session. They can't be seen where the kids are at. And for me, that's really big because I feel like parents sometimes get, especially at young ages when they're playing 7v7 or 5v5, that the parents want to be on the sideline. The parents want to be right there. And I feel like it's a distraction because right away, if the kids make a mistake, they look to the side and make sure mom and dad didn't see, or if they did see, like, oh shit, let me try to do better. But here in Japan, the majority of times they separate them from the beginning, and it's incredible. I think it's really cool. I think I can add on to that one more thing is the disciplinary of the training. When the kids show up, all the kids bow to the coach when they get there. When I actually put up a video when I got to the training session, he made all the kids go say hi to me in June. Like it was a mandatory thing. Like you need to go respect the coach. And for me, I was just like, whoa, like you can't even get a kid to shake your hand firmly in the United States or make eye contact. And it's like, dude, what? Like,
Yeah,
so seeing
Japanese
that,
culture is awesome, bro. I
oh
love
man,
that culture.
it's crazy. Like the kids would come up to us, and then that's at the beginning of the session, right? And then at the end of the session, blows the whistle, boom, brings it in, practice is over, and all the kids automatically don't go to their bags and pick up their phone. No, they all go pick up a cone. They all go break down the goals together, and it was really incredible to see that. Like they all broke down the goals. They all picked up the cones. It wasn't that he was like, no, 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 you need to go pick up the cones. Oh, this group needs no. Like it was mandatory. It was like on the fly. Like everything
They
was
knew the
picked up
role.
right after.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was really cool to see that. It was really eye
All right,
opening.
so this is a perfect transition to the second question. So the second question is, what can we learn from the Japanese system?
We learn from I'm translating it for him so he can
Okay.
get involved with this one. What can we learn from the Japanese system? And,
難しいね。
mm,
difficult.
let's do this. You can. You can do that. Go type it.
うーん。
And then for me, I think what we can learn from the Japanese system, I think it's just the disciplinary. Honestly, I really think just like the simplest things, like when you go and say hi to your coach, obviously they bow here. Go up to your coach and shake their hands. I actually have one of the rules for my trainings that I learned from June, since I met her, is every training session, and my kids from surf can tell you, I make sure they go up to me and shake their hand and shake it firmly. And it's kind of funny because when I make the kids shake my hand, I don't let go. And I say, "Hey, is everything okay? You had a good day at school?" And that's their 5 seconds to open up to the coach. And I feel like that's something that he does very well, because when they bow, he doesn't just bow to them and say, "Okay, go and start practice." No, he bows to them, and it's always a conversation right away. Like, how's everything? Is everything okay? Mom and dad are good? Yes? No? Do you need help? Did you have a bad day at school? So I'm learning from the Japanese system, obviously, because it's something that I can implement in my training when I get back to the USA, because the disciplinary is everything. I feel like that's just the most important thing that's lacking in the USA, to be honest.
I have to agree. We won't get too deep into it, man. Don't deport me, bro. If I get too deep on what we're missing sometimes,
SPL is gonna be banned.
they're gonna send me back, bro. There's no refunds.
SPL, Trump's gonna send you back.
Oh
Oh my
my
god.
goodness, that's a good one. So how is he's typing in there and then it'll translate for you? Is that how it works?
Yeah, yeah. He's translating, or he's typing right now, and then I'm gonna translate it. But yeah, I mean, what do you think that the USA could learn from the Japanese system, just from,
Oh
from
man.
what we talked about, or
Um,
just what you've seen over the years?
well, I think what I see from a distance is respect. So it's similar to what you're saying because you're talking about discipline. I think those kind of go hand in hand. So I
Right.
think respect in so many ways. I mean, respecting the game, respecting your peers, respecting your coach, respecting like I love like World Cups when you see Japanese fans picking up and all that. I mean, bro,
Right.
it's hard. It's hard not to like Japanese people. It's hard not to love the culture. It's hard not to. You know what I mean? It's just so I think in many ways more than just the game. I think the culture itself is a beautiful culture. So I think there's a lot we can learn from them because we're very individualistic. And almost to where we're getting too individualistic. We got to find a little bit of a balance and kind of steer more towards where Japan is, where it's more like community based, or it's I don't know what the proper term is, but it's not individual.
I love that. Yeah, he translated it right now. He put, it's a difficult question to answer. In both the United States and Japan, it is important to support the children to grow up admirably as people through soccer.
Got it. So to use soccer as a way to teach the kids and teach them to grow as admirable people. Yeah,
Right.
I'm with you, man. I like Papa Endo, man. Good
Papa,
answer. Yeah, good answer.
yes.
All right, and then the next one. Let's move on to the next question here. So I think did Atsushi grow up playing? Also, I would assume.
Uh, that's a crazy story. That's a crazy question, actually. Here, let me translate it to him. the
Okay.
The answer isn't. I know his story personally
Mm-hmm.
because Jun told me and he told me,
Mm-hmm.
but oh man, his story is nuts. The question is, did you play soccer as a child, or what?
Yeah, I mean, I'm asking because the next question is, what is your favorite memory from youth soccer? So, if he grew up playing himself, then obviously that would be for him too. But that's why it is a random question. So, but it sounds like we have a good story here. So,
Oh man, it's crazy. What is
I
your
don't know.
favorite?
Ask him if he wants you to share it or if he wants to share it himself. But
me, Saka no, my
oh, no
favorite,
soccer. Oh,
Played
baseball.
baseball, bro. He wasn't
Oh,
even a soccer coach. Or wasn't even a soccer
wow.
player. That's why it's like it's crazy to me to think that he was a soccer or not even a soccer coach. He had zero just IQ of soccer, but he grew up in the baseball scene. And
Mm.
Japanese don't mess
Japanese
around when it
love
comes
some
to
baseball,
baseball.
baby. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like Otani Shohei.
Oh, yeah. They like him around here too.
Okay.
All the Dodger fans are going to comment in the
I
comments,
like
man.
Neymar.
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 Is his favorite soccer player,
Neymar.
actually.
Neymar. Oh, Neymar's great, man.
Just like player Neymar.
Yes, yes. So, what is your favorite memory? So, I'm asking him, what
Yeah.
is your favorite memory as a child in sports?
There you go.
Me?
Yes, yes.
Me?
Papa. Uh-huh. Here. Here, you can so speak and here, Japanese.
試合の後にみんなでラーメンを食べたことです。
Oop, having some technical difficulties. Hold on.
It's all right.
Let's do this Japanese here. Boom. It's better just type it, yeah. It'd be better to type it. Yeah, so he actually was a baseball player and he played high school baseball and he played baseball throughout his youth.
Mhm.
And for me to just even fathom that, like,
You watch him work in training, you're like, wait, what?
and just like watch him and he's so natural when he coaches, like it's so natural, like his flow of his trainings is just so good. So it's actually a good question because I would love to hear why he chose to do soccer over putting not obviously June in softball because softball is not a thing here, but just why he chose what his favorite youth memory as a sport. Like it's incredible to me to actually think that he did it because of the love of sport, not because he wanted his daughter to actually become a professional. No, he just loved sport.
Yeah.
Sport is what drove him. So that's why it's crazy to me. It honestly tears me up because it's like, damn, like parents could really change their kid's life if they understand that, like, it's not about the competition, it's about the journey of actually getting into just a professional mindset.
Yeah. I can agree with him on that, with what you're saying that, that you're thinking there. There you go.
So he said his favorite memory as a youth sports player was after winning the tournament, his parents let him eat ramen as a reward because they were very poor.
Yeah. Oh, that was a reward, ramen.
It was a reward, yeah.
Wow. That's awesome, man. That's
Yeah.
such a humble response.
Yeah, it's
That's
crazy. That's crazy.
dang. The
Papa Endo.
what's funny about that is that I think, just generally what you're talking about and what his answers are is like I can see exactly where he saw the value in soccer, because it's a great baseball is very, it's an awesome sport. It's never been my thing, but I recognize how baseball is very demanding on the finite kind of like motor skills. But I think soccer is very demanding on the body and on the mind, like at the same time. So
Right.
I can see the value in how you can teach your child about so many things in life. So I have a feeling that that's part of like where his intrigue for the sport was, because that's where kind of like for me it was, is once I started seeing that about the sport, I'm like, dude, this is a demanding sport. This is not just something you could do it for fun, but it's not always just fun. It's a lot of work. So
Yeah. I actually I moved to the question 4 just so we
okay,
can kind of get ahead of him or
okay,
ahead of ourselves.
that's fine.
Uh, he's gonna reply right
All
now.
right. Do you want me to go ahead and ask you meanwhile he replies?
Yeah, go ahead and ask me it. I know
All right.
he's already.
So, question 4 is actually for June, I think, but we can go ahead and answer it because you've been there throughout her
Oh,
recovery. So I think this is more for like you to answer from your experience and from a second hand. What is the biggest challenge in recovery from a serious injury?
I personally have never been through a serious injury. I mean, the only serious injury I had was I broke my arm when I was a little kid. And it's actually kind of crazy. I was playing baseball when I actually broke my arm. I was playing baseball as my first sport. T-ball. I was playing T-ball. I was in kindergarten. So imagine me big-headed riding my bicycle and boom, I break my arm. And I realized how still baseball was because I was the only kid with a broken arm trying to hit a little T-ball, and I loved to get dirty. And I was like sliding all the time, and my parents were like, "No, like you could not get dirty because your cast is going to get infected." And I said, "Well, then put me in a sport that I can go play and not get infected." So they put me in soccer. And that's how I actually got introduced through a serious injury to play soccer. So it was kind of crazy that actually
Funny how
happened
the
to me.
world works, right?
Man, like I'm so glad I broke my arm. I'm gonna get his response right now. I'm translating it. Let's see, paste. Oof. So his answer was, oh man.
Honesty, please. Yes.
Honest, easy being honest.
His answer is a strong mentality and the power of the partner's love.
Oh man, look at that! He gave you some
Yes.
props, baby. Don't get all teared up. If you need a tissue, bro, and you need a moment, it's all good.
Shit, bro. That's crazy to hear that from him.
This is a true.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
oh man.
Get a tissue, bro.
That's heart, bro.
Okay.
Oh man, that's a beautiful moment, man. Hey, I have two daughters myself.
Two girls.
Two girls. So
Two girls. Yeah.
two girls. Yes. Here. So I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying. When your daughter has a good man in her life, it's something special that we want to recognize. And I got to say that I'm blessed that my daughters have two young men in their lives too that I can speak well of. So I can understand Papa Endo here, what he's saying, man. So yeah, that's mad respect, bro. So that's
man.
hey man, you're in, bro. He loves you. Papa loves you.
You're in, bro.
He approved you. You're good.
Approved. Oh,
No, but
man.
hey, honestly though, from a distance though, like I do share his opinion of watching you being supportive and being out there and working with her and showing her like that she can do it, kind of like guiding her through that process and letting her know she's not alone, bro. That's I see it too. So I can see what he sees. I see it too. I know exactly what's going on. So more power to you, bro. Keep doing what you're doing. I'm sure she feels the love. It's one thing to love someone, man, but it's another thing to show them that you love them. And that's what I see. I see you showing that you love her. So that's awesome. Dang.
Appreciate that.
I'm getting all choked up. Boy, where's my tissue?
Damn, bro. Who would have known? We're on the what show is it? The Maury show, bro. We're over here opening up.
That's a great answer, bro. That's awesome.
Oh,
No
man,
wonder you were
that's-
having a hard time trying to read it.
Oh yeah, bro. I was like, oh,
All right,
shit.
and then okay, so let me ask you this question. I think he's answering the question already, right? So the next question is, what impact do you hope to have on others?
Honestly, it's hard to be a role model and to see that you want to be a role model for other people, but when June got injured is when I really realized that we were actually being role models for these kids because the love and support she got, because it was a preseason training there in Florida, and I didn't know. I didn't know that it happened. She just said, "Oh, I just didn't train good today," and she kept it like kind of a secret from me. And that's when I was just like, "Dang, like, what do you mean?" Like, and the impact that it had on me, because I had so much people. I think even you reached out to me and you were like, "Dude, like, you know, everything's gonna be okay. Don't worry. Like, you guys are gonna bounce back. And I didn't really realize it until all my clients and all the people that I work with actually, called me and is like, "Hey, are you okay? I just saw the news. I just saw the news. Are you okay?" And I'm just like, "Dang, like, what happened? Like, what do you mean June's injured? Like, I don't what?"
Mm.
And that's when they posted it that she had a torn ACL, and the first thing that came into my mind was just pure negativity. Like, oh man, she's not gonna go to the Olympics. Like, she just had such a great World Cup year. The last thing was the Olympics. So now I was just thinking, like, man, like, how can this downfall impact others to actually motivate them and actually let them know that it's okay to get injured and to have a strong mindset to come through it. So I think that was the biggest thing for me, was to be strong-minded and actually understand that you can help others not just by posting videos, but by actually reaching out and actually trying to make sure that kids are okay, because it's a real thing when you go through a serious injury, or just being a coach in general. You don't really understand how important it is until you have that coach that actually cares. Because I had one coach that actually cared, and that guy I still talk to today, and he still is a role model for me. So when I started to think, like, man, I'm living the life of this coach that helped me, so I'm going to try to be the best that I can be. And that's exactly how I feel. He just answered it right now. Let
Mhm.
me translate it. Copy. Let's paste it. All right. He put, his answer was, "I can't do anything big, but I want to do my best so that children that I'm involved with now can spend as much happy time as possible through soccer and our club's activities."
There you go.
See, that's Japanese mindset, bro. Like, I can't do anything big. Like, that's being humble with your
Mm.
acknowledgement, even though your daughter literally just tore it up in the World Cup. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, that's the humbleness that is missing with, not just these players, but with people in general, and in that type of sense. Because, like he said, but I want to do my best so that the children I'm involved with now can spend as much happy time as possible through the soccer and the club's activities. So
Yep.
he's not even talking about just soccer. He's talking about taking them to the beach, talking about,
Happiness.
going, like, happiness in general. Like, I saw that he took them to go make pottery. Like, they were making cups as a team.
Mm.
I'm gonna go do that when I get back home with my team. Like, I'm gonna go do that
It's bigger than
because
the game. I think he understands that. It's like there's some things that are bigger than the game, and
oh yeah,
making a positive impact is one of them. So I think that's what he's talking about. I agree with you guys on that though too. That there's a greater impact that you can make. The game is beautiful. It's wonderful. There's so many things you can do. It's awesome. But then there's also the human aspect. So
right.
all right, perfect. So let's go on here. Let's look on here. What is the next question? It's
Question
the
six.
last question, six. Okay, so what is something you would tell your younger self?
It's not gonna be easy. I would tell myself that, and to not give up, because there was a few times after college, where I was just, I'm a college dropout, and my story is, I dropped out because I was so broke that I didn't want to go into hundreds of thousands of dollars in debt,
Mm-hmm.
because my parents weren't going to pay for it, and student loan was available like that. But to get out of a student loan, it takes forever. So I
Yeah.
just said, you know what, i'm gonna I'm gonna make it happen,
Mm-hmm.
even without going to college, and just stuck through it. So it's kind of what I would tell my younger self is, man, take the risk, and don't look back, because I've looked back a lot of times, like, damn, am I really doing the right thing? Like, my parents are truck drivers. Am I actually, making my family proud that I'm not, making as much money as my parents and my brothers are? Like, am I doing the right thing? I'm the youngest one in my family, so it was like, no, you need to grow up. You need to get rid of, your dream and reality. You need to start working. Ponte a trabajar. Like that was the mindset. And I'm so glad I didn't give up because this would have never happened.
Got it. Feel you, man. It's deep.
Yeah. That's
And
exactly how it happened. Let me translate his answer. No. He said his
Dude,
this is the truth. He said he would rather play soccer than play baseball. That's crazy, right?
oh, that's awesome.
Baseball.
It's funny. I'll answer the question. You know what I'd tell my younger self is try it. Try the game. That's what I would tell myself because I never played soccer. I didn't like it. And, I wish when I was younger, be like, just try it. Because I think if I would have tried it, I would have loved it.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
it's funny.
And it's crazy, man, because I hear a lot of parents I hear a lot of parents say like, "Oh no, he only plays soccer." And I'm just like, "Why? Like go play football, go play baseball, go play volleyball, go run track and field. Like try everything because you don't really know what you're good at until you really try it." Like that's something that I always tell my parents that I coach with. I always ask, "Do you play more than one sport?" And most of them are like, "No, I just want him to focus only on soccer or only want her to focus only on soccer." So it was great, right, to hear that because I know you're taking it serious. But, until you hit the 12-year-old mark, you should go play multiple sports because you're going to learn disciplines of different sports. I feel like that's the most important thing is
Yep.
understanding the sport, the value of sport, because it's really hard to get disciplined without that sport mentality. And I think that's the most important thing when it comes to just being a professional in anything, in business, in just life in general. So it's really cool, man, to really see that happen.
That's awesome, dude.
yes, yes.
Yeah. Do you
yes.
guys have anything else you guys want to add before we wrap up the interview, or do you guys want something else?
Do you want to
Nothing
ask a
else?
question?
Yeah.
あえて光栄です。
Coitus?
あえて光栄です。
I think coitus. I heard that before. I'm pretty sure he's saying, if my Japanese isn't wrong, pretty sure he's saying thank you for aite coitus is. I heard him say that earlier.
Oh man, you dropped the ball, Andrew.
Oh yeah, see, yeah, I was close. Pretty much thank you for spending the time with us.
Oh,
And
it's my pleasure, guys.
Your platform.
Yeah, I look forward to doing this again. Hopefully, we can bring Papa Endo, as I formerly have called him. We need to get him a shirt that says Papa Endo.
It's an honor to spend time like this. See, it's all
Yeah.
about honor.
Thank you. It's my honor.
えー
You can't take the honor. It's my honor.
It's my honor.
Thank you, guys. All right. Well, I do appreciate you guys coming on, and I look forward to maybe doing this again. I'll have more questions.
アメ
Definitely.
リカで会いましょう。アメリカ。
American.
Yes. Next time. 次は。
Oh, he's actually going to be coming for Angel City's first game.
Oh, no way. Well,
Yeah,
sounds like
yeah.
I need to go to that game too. Go meet you
Yeah.
guys over there.
Definitely come to that.
Perfect.
Yeah, it'll be cool. I think, yeah, it's going to be fun. I don't know if Jun's going to play, to be honest.
Well, whether
He
she
said-
plays or not, we'll show up anyway. I gotta meet Papa Endo, man.
He said, let's meet in America next time.
Yes. Yes,
Mark-
indeed.
Next year.
Next
Yeah,
year,
next-
Yeah.
count me in. I will be there. Yes.
And then I'll make sure to share your page with him and
BMO スタジアム。
BMO. Yeah,
Yes.
we'll be at BMO,
BMO,
Stadium.
baby, let's go.
Let's get it. Actually, I was gonna ask you, are
Mhm.
you gonna go for the preseason games in February?
Well, I don't know. I don't know. It
Coachella,
depends.
Coachella Valley. I think it's like February, like 18 or
Hmm.
16, something like that. So we have some time to prep a little bit.
Hmm.
I'm looking at Airbnbs now and everything like that. So yeah, that would be pretty cool. We
Yeah.
could possibly interview some people, you know, maybe some of their staff or some people from, you know, that need to hear this type of lectures. Uh,
Yeah, you know what? Let's do it. Just let me
that would
know.
be
Yeah, let me know because I'll be honest with you, bro. I'm super forgetful. So you probably know.
PTSD, bro. I know you got it. I know you
No,
got it. It's all good.
I have the worst memory, bro. So yeah, I'll do my best to make sure I remember. I'll put it on my phone, but I can't promise anything. Man, help me out. But
I
yeah, we
got
could do that. We could do that. I'm down with going to the preseason games and then hitting up that first game. I'd love to meet Papa Endo. Yeah, ask him if it's
yeah.
okay if I call him Papa Endo,
Papa
because
Endo, good, good.
Yes.
Papa Endo,
okay, Papa Endo. Okay, cool.
there.
All right,
Right.
guys. Well, thank you so much again. And then I know it's daytime over there, but over here is night. So have a good night, guys.
Okay.
Have a good day over there. And thank you for
Awesome.
coming on. Take care.
Later, brother. Thank you.
Thank you.